Hey, welcome back to New England Fire Cooking. I'm Aaron Higgins, and it is June, it's summertime, and now we're just going to get into really awesome barbecue season. And today what I want to show you guys in this video is how I like to do not one, but two different recipes, although they both use the same thing. I'm going to show you guys how I like to do fall off the bone ribs, and then we're also going to be recreating the McRib sandwich. It's a McDonald's item. It always comes with a little like restructured, piece of barbecue pork made to look like a little miniature rack of ribs. Comes on a little torpedo roll or whatever it is they serve it on. So we're going to create one of those because, that's something like that's a crowd pleaser. It's something you can serve up at any barbecue and everybody will think it's awesome. My nephew Dylan's going to be helping me out with this video. He's going to be helping me season up these ribs. He's going to be doing the taste test on the fall off the bone ribs, and I'll walk you through the McRib sandwich. So let's get to the grilling.
For rubs, we're going to be using the Killer Hogs The Barbecue Rub and the Sweet Preacher by Smokin' Fire Society. Next, we got 2 racks of baby back ribs, and as you can see here, I've got this paper towel. In my hand, I'm using it to just pull that membrane right off the bone side. You want to pull that right off. That acts as a barrier to our rub. Going to do this to both racks of ribs. After you got the membrane off, we want to give them a good dose of mustard on either side, and then we're just going to rub it right in. This is going to be a binder. It's going to help our rubs stick to these ribs. Next, we're going to layer on our seasonings. Going to start with the Killer Hogs The Barbecue Rub. Do not be shy, okay? And these can take a good amount of seasoning. You want to make sure you get your sides and do this bone side and just give them a good pat. You don't want to rub it. You just want to pat it in. And you do this to both racks of ribs. Next up is the Sweet Preacher Pork Rub. We're going to do the exact same thing. Just layer it right on top of that Killer Hogs Barbecue Rub. Layer it right on top and give it a good pat right in. And then we're going to give these racks a flip. And we're going to do the same exact treatment. Got the mustard binder on, and now my nephew Dylan's coming right in with the Killer Hogs. And as you can see, he's not shy, and that's exactly what you want. You just want to get it right on. This helps build bark, you guys. These are big cuts of meat, and they can take it. Now he's topping it off with the Sweet Preacher. Coming right over the top of these ribs, same thing. Layer it right on. We just give it a pat afterwards. Then we're going to let them hang out and sweat for about 15 to 30 minutes before we get it on the smoker. All right, so after 20 minutes, these bad Larrys are ready to go right onto the smoker. We're using the Traeger Pro 34 today, and we're running right at 250. We're going to be using the 3-2-1 method. That's 3 hours on smoke, 2 hours in a wrap, and then another hour on smoke with sauce. This hickory smoke's going to bring a great flavor, and we want this meat to fall right off the bones. Okay, so now it's been 3 hours. We're going to open up this Traeger, and this is exactly what I want to see. Got some good pullback starting on these bones, and now it's time to get these ribs in a wrap. We're going to be wrapping these ribs in aluminum foil, but before we get them in there, I'm going to give these a nice, good dose of honey. That's what we want, honey for the money. You want to set your rack of ribs meat side down right on top of the honey. You can see those nice bones starting to stick out there. That's exactly what we want at this stage. Now we want to add a little bit of liquid to this. And to do that, I've got some Stewart's orange creamsicle soda. We're not going to go too crazy. We're just going to add a few ounces of this orange soda on there. It's going to add some moisture. It's going to add some sweetness. It's going to add some different flavors to it. And then what we want to do is we want to wrap this up. You want to be careful not to spill any of your orange soda or whatever you want to put in there. Some people like to put in apple juice. Other people like to put in Coca-Cola. Whatever you want, really. Some people like to add butter and brown sugar and their favorite fruit juices, and that's just fine. But you want to take care when you wrap these up. All right, you want to go nice and easy. You don't want any of those bones to poke holes in your tin foil. Wrap up both racks of ribs just like this and set them right back on your smoker. And when you set them back on, you want to put them meat side down. Remember, you don't want to flip them over and lose any of that moisture you just added. So both racks go meat side down on the smoker, and then you're going to get this grill closed and you're going to walk away for 2 hours. Okay, now that 2 hours are up, it's time to temp these ribs. And this is smelling absolutely fantastic. Even with it wrapped up like this, it smells great. Now I'm going to remove this wrap here, just kind of peel that back a little bit and just see what we're dealing with. And I can already see these bones have pulled back even more. Got my thermometer in. This might be a little difficult for you guys to see, but we're right around 208, 210, 211 degrees. Yep, I think we're done. It's time to get these out of the rack, get them back on smoke, and just give them a sauce. But I want to check this one in the back and see what we're dealing with here. And let's see, we're right around, I apologize for my arm here, you guys, but let's see what we're dealing with here. Go right between the bones, temp right between the bones, and we've got, oh yeah, like 212. So we're done. Time to get these out of this tin foil, back on the grates, and sauce them up. So now we got our ribs back on the grates, and we got some Sweet Baby Ray's original here. This is the OG of barbecue sauce, for most people anyway. Everybody that's going to be eating these today likes Sweet Baby Ray's, so that's what I'm using. And we're just going to give these a good dose, and then we're just going to brush them right over. And my nephew Dylan's going to give me a hand doing that. We're going to get these ribs glazed. I'm going to kill this bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's here. I might even have to go to another one. Man, I'm down to the nitty-gritty here. And as you can see, Dylan's doing a great job. Just brush it the long way. Just give it a nice paint job. And then we're going to get this grill closed again. We're going to give it another hour on smoke, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. After an hour, it's time to open up the Traeger, and will you look at that, you guys. Beautiful color, good pullback on all the bones. It's exactly what we want, and now there is only one thing left to do to these ribs.
Look at that chunk of meat.
It's looking right upside down.
Exactly, you can see all this bone. That's good. You want to see all that.
Flip it right upside down. Now
You see all of that? That's good.
Now we're gonna start to do is we're gonna see these bones coming right up out of here,
All right.
just like that.
Is it going to be hot?
It's really hot, so be careful. And like Dylan was saying, that pullback, all those bones like that, it's exactly what you want to see. He's absolutely right. And as you can see, I'm pulling these right out of these racks. They're just coming right out. And they are pretty hot, so you want to be careful with that. But the reason I've laid these upside down is because it's easier to see the bones, and you can just kind of work your way through them. And, as always, you don't have to do it this way. The reason I'm pulling all the bones out right now is because we're going to slice up these racks, and we're going to make McRib sandwiches out of these. But I'm going to let Dylan show you guys exactly how tender and delicious these ribs are in just 1 minute. Let's get these bones out first. Okay, my assistant's going to give it a shot, and he's going to tell me, get a bone in there? All right, find another piece. How is it?
It's great.
Yeah? Yeah, you liking it? Nice. Want to make some sandwiches out of it?
Yeah.
So because we got a lot of family around and there was a lot of activity happening, off camera, I griddled up some sub rolls. I just sliced them in half the long way. A little bit of butter. You can do it on a Blackstone. You can do it on a cast iron. Anything like that will work. And then I just sliced up some of the ribs after we deboned it. And I just laid it on nice and high right on that sub roll. And now I'm going to hit it with some more barbecue sauce, more of that Sweet Baby Ray's. Yes, I did get a new bottle. Don't worry, we didn't run out. Never want to run out of barbecue sauce. But now I'm just going to build a McRib, and it's actually really, really simple. All you need to make this sandwich is the ribs, the bread, the barbecue sauce, and now I'm going to sprinkle some chopped white onion right over the top. And then I'm going to layer some pickle slices, just some pickle chips right over the top of these white onions. And you can use whatever kind of pickles you'd like. I'm using some hamburger dill here, but if you want to go bread and butter, that's okay too. Make it how you would like it, guys. Get creative with it, have some fun with it. And now, the coup de grace, I'm going to top this off here, and that is a fall off the bone McRib copycat.
Okay, you guys, here we are. I'm going to give this McRib a whirl. You guys already saw Dylan doing the taste test of the fall off the bone baby back ribs, and now I'm going to be the one to deliver a verdict on this McRib. There you go. Man alive, does that Trump drive-through? Oh my God. It's real baby back rib goodness. That flavor is on point. On point. Hickory smoked on the Traeger. Lightly toasted. A little mini sub roll. It's a lot bigger than the real McRib too. Pickles, the onions. It was such a simple sandwich. You really don't mean much. It takes a long time to make fall off the bone ribs, but man alive. This works out really, really good. It's a good way to make a lot of people happy with only 2 racks of baby back ribs. You can use St. Louis too if you'd like. I just had baby back, that's what I use. But man, that's so simple. And it just kills it. Going back in for this big double stacked rib here. Oh, triple stacked rib if I hit it right. You guys want a bite? I know you want a bite. Oh man, that is where it's at. Again, Traeger knocked it out of the park. Hickory pellets, nice mild wood smoke flavor. The rubs are on point. You can get those rubs on Amazon. I'll leave links in the description.
Can I see too? That's Daddy.
Yeah. You want to take another big bite here?
I want a cheese.
Uh-oh.
I want one.
You want one too? Come on. Come on, come up here. Come on, kiddo. Hmm? You want a big bite?
Mm-mm.
Try it.
No.
It's ribs.
No.
You want the regular ribs?
No.
You want the regular?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, give Daddy a couple minutes. I'll give you the regular. Okay, so as you guys can see here, I've got people that are eager and ready to eat. So unfortunately, I've got to cut this short. Otherwise, I'd smash this right on camera in front of all of you. But I hope you like this video. If you like what you see here and you like what we're doing on this channel, please give us a subscribe. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. We're on those 2 social media platforms. If you have any interest in Traeger pellet grills, I left a link to them in the description. The links I put in the description of the video, those are our affiliate links, so it helps us out big time when you guys use them. As always, leave your comments in the comments section or just send us a message. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you next time.